All right, we are here with our winner, Spiderslayer. He is the victor of the last match. How did you feel about that? That was, from a caster's perspective, a very exciting match to see. I mean, you would think that it was more one-sided than it was, but those games were really close. It really came down to a lot of positioning. What were your thoughts? How were you feeling throughout the games?
The first game, my hands were ice cold, so it was like really hard to do anything. I just couldn't, and it ended up being way closer than it should have been, way closer. But I felt pretty good after the first game, and the second game was pretty much just one thing after another, and he didn't really have a chance in the second game. But
going back to that first game, because that was the closer one, I mean, did you have a good feel for what he was doing, how he was? Because you seemed to really be kind of moving around and getting him to where you wanted him, in that box in the middle to where he had to stay there. How much did you know in order to make that happen?
Well, you have to know like the positioning of Protoss units, and once he gets to a certain size, it's really hard to just attack unless you're really good with fungal growth and things like that. It's really hard just to attack into that ball. So the goal is to keep him in one spot, but then keep that spot moving. And so go to his third, go to his main, go to different places like that. Keep him moving around, and it's gonna be all right. Eventually, he did end up stuck in that middle. He did a good play at the end, try to get some stalkers up to the top and try to get me out of position, but I had drones everywhere, so I didn't really have a chance on that. But it was closer than it should have been, just because he had a good unit composition and was able to take out a lot of stuff quickly. So,
speaking of drones everywhere, you were sitting at 100 drones for a lot of the time that second game. Was that in your plan to get up to that, and then we didn't really see what would have come out of it because you were able to seal the deal pretty well, but what was your overall plan in the second game coming out of the first one?
What you saw there is my plan. That's the end of it. Once you get to 3/3 Mutalisks against Protoss, you can build a Spinecrawler Forest and Banelings and Mutas, and there is nothing he can do. You saw the bank; it was like 6,000 to 3,000. Unless he hits like a perfect force field and force fields all your Banelings and then storms all your Mutalisks perfectly, there's no chance. Banelings are so good. Once you get to an unlimited amount of money, you can't touch Banelings. So.
Yeah, you were a regular Donald Trump there in both of those games, and that's kind of what won you the first one, because when it went into the base trade scenario, you had the money and he didn't. And the second one, I mean, you could have been playing 3 games of StarCraft at once with the bank that you had. So now going forward, some of the people that are here. How are you feeling about the competition? What's your experience been at the con so far, and how you feeling about your chances?
Well, the con has been amazing. Steam Power Draft was awesome last night. The players here, I don't know many of the players other than Winter, and I've only beat him once, which is kind of frustrating. He's very good, but I think I can beat him. I see no reason why not. So he's the only person I'm really afraid of. There is a master player coming up, and I hope he's not Terran. That's it. Terran is nearly impossible for Zerg to beat. Once they get up to 3 bases and can drop, it's so hard.
Well, you answered my next question for you. I was going to say, what matches are you looking forward to, and which ones are you dreading? So Terran's the one you're dreading. What's your best match that you like to play right now?
Protoss is my best match. I pretty much only die to weird stuff, or stuff that's just I shouldn't die to. Zerg is still a coin flip. Always has been. Always will be. And then Terran is just ridiculous. I mean, they're so good. Their units are expendable. They can drop. They have mobility. They have everything. You can't attack into them. I have been working a little bit on kind of some counterattack things. That's kind of the way things are going right now. But once Terrans figure out how to shut those counterattacks down, expect the nerf bats, because they're untouchable.
Well, it was a pleasure to see you. Pleasure to see you win those games. It was fun to cast, and we'll certainly see you going forward, as this is a double elimination tournament. So we got a lot more action to come. This is Spiderslayer winning.
One question.
You have.
Are you going to the Big Shot Gaming LAN next week? I believe.
Yeah.
You should cast that if you could. They got a tournament.
A shameless plug here for Big Shot Gaming at Central Michigan University. We're actually not able to make it to that event, unfortunately, but I assume by your question you're going.
I'm not sure, actually. I don't know. I would like to, but I would love to see you guys there.
Yeah, so I think it's next weekend, Big Shot Gaming, Central Michigan University. Check them out, bigshotgaming.com. It's where we first met this gentleman. He's a good man. Happy to see him here. Happy to see those matches. We'll be casting you more as going forward. Any last words?
Nope. Hopefully exciting matches. Good casting.
Great. Well, we'll be taking a quick break here while we get the next matches set up. I see our admins and a couple players on stages, so it shouldn't be too awful long. And we'll see you soon.